Wow, that does a good job. Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the mopping and vacuuming test on hardwood floors on the Dreame D20 Pro Plus. We've got some muddy paw prints, a bunch of dirt and debris in the corner, and some really long hairs. This does have the side brush that extends, so it'll be really cool to watch it extend into the corner. Okay, we're going to do our room. We can do up to 3 passes. I'll do 2 passes. Vacuum and mop, standard, wetness at 24, and standard cleaning pattern. So let's go. It'll travel to the world famous Just a Dad Corner Cleaning Studios, and we'll do the mopping test. After this, we will do carpet cleaning over here on the carpet testing area. All right, so it undocked itself. Now, again, the mop pad is down while it's traveling to that. So if it has to cross carpet, it could be troublesome. Okay, let's see how the Dreame D20 Pro Plus cleans up this big mess in this room. I'm glad that it has LIDAR navigation because it's going to, after it does the perimeter of the room, it's going to go back and forth in nice straight lines. And it does have a side brush it can extend into the corner. Wow, that does a good job. We're also going to check obstacle avoidance with the kids' Lego toy. Now this is kitty litter. Kitty litter can be really hard to pick up. It can also go under furniture that's 4 inches tall. Okay, so it did the perimeter of the room first. Now it did sense that kid's toy. It was traveling to that corner so it could go back and forth in the nice straight lines. Getting a little close to that kid's toy, but that's fine, I guess. Obstacle avoidance is just going to be okay on it. It's not going to be the best. All right, now it's going to go back and forth in the straight lines. And it is mopping and vacuuming at the same time. So it looks like some of the kitty litter is making a mess. It's in the mop pad right now. So this is the first time doing kitty litter. You should probably do a vacuum first before you start mopping up kitty litter. This is the really cheap stuff from Walmart. I'll show you a picture of it, but it's making quite a big mess. All right, so it is avoiding that kid's toy. Now again, this is just going to be for everyday mopping. And it is going to do 2 passes on this. That's a little bit dried on. So I hope this video helps. I really do love the Dreame D20 Pro. Thanks for watching. Yeah, first time doing kitty litter that much. I had a request to do kitty litter, so I thought I've normally been doing kitty litter. And maybe I should have ramped the suction up quite a bit. There's max. And I can ramp the wetness up. So there is wetness all the way up. We can see it went around that kid's toy. Nice straight lines. Yeah, kitty litter. It just got embedded into the mop pad, and that's going to be tricky. So again, I recommend doing a vacuum first and then mop. Now that's not an option in the settings. I wish it was. I wish it was. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. No, vacuum then mop. That's what you want. Okay, here's the second pass. That's just incredible. That corner is perfectly clean. We're going to check for long hair wrap. Here's the kitty litter. This is the cheapest stuff from Walmart. I have had a few people ask me if kitty litter makes a problem. I did put quite a bit down. Normally I know the spinning mop pads they seem to capture it more. I've never had too much of, because I've been using kitty litter before, just it's been intermixed with the dirt and debris over there and the side. This was the first time I actually put kitty litter in a big area. It's just not able to scrub the kitty or whatever that is. But I'll let it go. We got 2 passes to do. I love that on the second pass, it does the perimeter of the room. Not all robots do that. So it's done doing the perimeter. Now it's going to go back and forth in the nice straight lines. Don't let what you're seeing with the kitty litter distract you or think this is a bad robot. Now, it's probably not going to be a good robot if you have a bunch of kitty litter, but do a vacuum first. And that's where these robots, the cheaper robots, are a little bit more work on your part. You know, you've got to take the mop pad on and off. I've got the water cranked all the way up. You can see there's a little bit of mud there still, so even that was a pretty mild muddy paw print area. Spinning mop pads can do a lot more mud. So this is just everyday mopping, but again, this is going to be a vacuum. This is going to be a recommendation for me for vacuum only. Just take the mop pad off. They don't make a lot of robots that just vacuum only. They're throwing mop pads on way too many robots and calling them a combo unit. Just like this. I mean, it's going to be an okay mop, but very just limited. But vacuuming, this is where this is going to shine. With that side brush, the dual roller that prevents long hair from clogging, that's where this is going to shine. So if you want a robot and you're like, I want a robot that doesn't have a mop pad, just don't use the mop pad. Just leave it off. It has way too many good functions to discount it for not being a good robot just because it has a mop. Just because you're wanting one without a mop pad, don't discount this. That obstacle avoidance is okay. It's not a camera. So if you're worried about privacy, it's not taking pictures, even though it kind of looks like a camera. Yeah, there's, you know, if I do the white glove test, you can see there's dirt. But that's where it's going to shine, vacuuming. And if it hadn't gotten the kitty litter wet, it would have picked up all the kitty litter, I think. Yeah, this is definitely going to go on my website, justadadapproved.com. It's going to get a gold star probably because I get a lot of requests for robots without a mop. I turned it down to quiet. Yeah. So I'm going to, when it's going back to the dock, we'll stop it. Look at the long hair wrap. Look at the mop pad. Yeah, it doesn't vibrate it. You know, Roborock makes the Q10. If you're wanting one like this, that's a little bit better mop, it's still a lot of work on your part. You got to take the mop pad on and off. But the Q10 does vibrate it, but it doesn't keep it as wet as good as this. So I'll have to do a comparison. Really, these are just not mopping robots. It's just no other way to put it. Mopping robots are like that. The Mova P10 Pro, Dreame L50s, Roborock Saros 10R. All right. Hate to do this because this can disturb the long hair wrap. Wow. Bunch of big chunks of long hair in there. All right. Now let's flip it over. There's where that kitty litter got in there. All right, let's take a look. Couple long hairs on this. This is, I think it's the anti-tingle, but it does come here, so the brushes should take it off. So, but no long hair clumps, or we've got some wet kitty litter in there, but did a pretty good job. No long hair clumps. And now we'll do the carpet test. I might as well take this off. Let's see.
Mop pads removed.
Yeah, it knows when the mop pad's installed. All right.
Returning to the dock.
Yeah, see, that's having a water pump and 3 spots where it keeps it wet. It's actually pretty good. The Roborock only has 1 spot to keep the mop pad wet, and it's not very good. But it vibrates it, so. And it can lift it up and down. Lots of variables when it comes to these. That's why when it's a robot that mops, I just recommend one with these base stations. All right, here it goes. We'll do volume on the auto empty. And we should hear a thunk with all the dirt and debris going into the dustbin.
Start charging. Start auto empty.
About 80, 81. All right, let's just verify. Sometimes they can't remove everything. Wow. Everything came out. Now that did get stuck. I don't like that was. All right, we have a problem. All right, let's take a closer look. So wet kitty litter, I think, might be causing the problem. But so this was stuck open a little bit. Now, I'm not super worried about that because once suction is created, it wasn't enough. It wasn't like it was jammed. Once I touched it, it just closed. So once the vacuum starts vacuuming, this should suck closed. So even though it was open a little bit, this trap door is fine. Yeah, that's why these need cleaned every couple weeks. The auto empty system just doesn't get that clean, and that's where you're going to lose your low suction. They're all like this. There's no one has figured that out yet. So I've been doing several videos on the brand new Narwhal Flow. Again, my top rated one is the MOVA P10 Pro still, gold star, on my website, justadadapproved.com. Again, I bought this with my own money. In the video, if there's a pop-up, or in my description, or on my website, if you purchase the product using my link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these reviews. So again, this is going to be a highly recommended one for me for vacuum only. Mopping's limited, as we can see. I do like that side brush extending, but it's going to be about $30 more than the one without the Pro. But these things were brand new and they were on sale like the first week. I just love that robots go on sale. We can save so much money. Sign up for my email. So if a robot is on my website and I'm constantly watching, if it goes on sale, I send an email out. I just sent one out, like the Dreame L10S was $300. Oh my gosh, is it the most advanced robot in the world? No, but it's actually a really good robot for $300. Again, same with these. When these are dropped below $300, I probably wouldn't pay full price for that. Again, if you did pay full price for it, you're going to have a relatively good user experience. Is it going to be the best as like some $1,000 robot? No. When these things become under $300, it's going to be really, really hard to beat with that 13,000 pascals of suction, that double brush roller. I do see some people in the comments leave that Dreame brush roller leaves clumps. I haven't experienced it. I have in my testing area, I use wigs, and it's kind of a synthetic hair, and the wigs are really long. So it's really long hair when I'm using a whole bunch of it. When I took the Dreame X50 and the MOVA V50 at my house, they have that same brush roller. I didn't have any problems with hair clumping or anything. My dog sheds. The hairs aren't super long. They're long, and my wife has long hair, but I never noticed the big clumping of the hair in my house. And I had zero hair on the brush roller. So again, I do appreciate everybody's support. This is going to be a highly recommended robot for me. Is it absolutely perfect? No. This under 300 price point range, no robot is perfect. But the Dreame app is good. The auto empty, the suction power is good. Yeah, I think you're going to have a great user experience with this. So again, I do appreciate everybody's support. Videos coming up soon. I did get the Aqua, the Dreame Aqua. That thing was $1,700. It's September, so it's in September's budget. Yeah, August budget was really bad, but thankfully I did send the iRobot $1,300 robot back because I had a problem with it. But it turns out it probably wasn't a problem. I just needed to let it update some more. So check out that video. I will be getting it again. I did get the MOVA Z60. I can't keep track of all these numbers. I did buy that. It's coming in. I think it's coming tomorrow. But again, this is going to be an entry level. Same with the Flow is not, even though it's got my sticker, it's probably going to get the sticker removed. There's just other things going on with it. The more advanced robots are Gen 1. Like the mop rollers I'm testing, they're all Gen 1. I don't know how these new ones are going to be, but we've got good results still with the MOVA P10 Pro. We don't need to jump. That's a $600 robot. We don't need to be jumping up to $1,500, $1,400 robots yet. They're not that much more advanced. The mop rollers are all Gen 1 in my opinion. That may be the future. They just got a ways to go in my opinion. And I'm going to talk more about that later. But again, this one, it's going to be, I get that question a lot. I don't want mopping, just what's a good vacuum cleaner. I think this is going to give you a good user experience because I was going to recommend the Roborock. Well, the Q10 would be a good option. And I have told people that, the Q10 S5 or X5, but it's got a pretty good mop on it. It can lift it up and down, which is nice. You're still in charge of cleaning the mop pad. It's just got comb for the long hairs, which I think works okay. I think this might work a little bit better. That's just a really weird area, unfortunately, because once they start throwing technology on these robots that help with mopping, the price goes up. So nobody's really making a robot that's just vacuum only. I know iRobot makes some. I'm not like the 705. I've tested it. It's just not there yet. There's too much hassle factor in my opinion. And the auto empty system wasn't working the best. And Roborock makes there's a bunch of Q5s. There's a Q8. Those price points are just too expensive for me. And their suction power is low. And they've got kind of the older design of the double brush roller that it gets hair wrap. So really trying to find this area of, again, the best robot without mopping. And it is turning out to be harder than robots that mop. This, I mean, there's a lot of work involved with this because there's kind of two tier now. There's kind of like the budget, the 300 to 600 range, and there's the over $1,000 range, which is getting really, really hard to test. But this best vacuum only. I know there's a bunch of Sharks out there. I don't like the Shark app. I think it's way too much hassle factor. You're so limited. It's frustrating. They do an okay job, but they're so old. Things are, at least Dreame, at least they're increasing the suction power. You've got a good app. Is it perfect? No. Is it better than the Shark? Yeah, the app's better. The cleaning power is better. It's not bagless. These are bags. I know there's this debate whether they're going to still make the bags for these or not. I can't answer that for you, but I do like ones that have bags. I know the Sharks and them don't have bags, but they got a lot of cleaning to do on filters that are super dirty. They're kind of like you're in contact with that dirt. So I like bags that you just take the bag out, throw it away. You're not in contact with a lot of dust and debris from the robot. So I'll be taking these to my house, doing a lot more testing on it right now. I think they're going to be really, really good robots. I'll be doing the comparison. Really do appreciate everybody's support. Thanks everybody for liking. JustTheDadApproved.com. Sign up for my email. When these go on sale, I send an email out once a week, maybe twice a week during the sale events and stuff. Labor Day, I sent 2 out during that week because there was a lot of good sales. Labor Day, when these holidays and these major events, Amazon Prime days, whatever, these robots go on big sales. It's just, we can't miss these sales, The Mova P10 Pro was $450, and normally it's $600. That's a $150 savings. That's huge. So sign up for my email, justthetadapproved.com. More videos coming soon. A bunch of mop roller videos coming soon. Those are super hard to test. I don't think we're there yet. I got a whole topic on that. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like, subscribe, and justthetadapproved.com.